organised talent management through inclusion session, and it's been great, I suppose, two reasons. One is that I work in the private sector obviously, but it's been great to see that it's the same issues in both private and public sector. It's been fantastic just to actually get to discuss, take time out, to have the workshop sessions in an environment where you feel happy to share. So I suppose the key learnings for me, we need to think more, I work for Ulster Bank, so a lot of our focus is on how we're inclusive in the working environment, how we promote our females. But a couple of tips that I picked up from some of my colleagues in other private sector areas was how they're actually going out to schools, doing more promoting the organisation, promoting jobs and roles for females. So that's something certainly that I took away. And the other benefit of today is from a networking perspective. It's always good to get out, meet new people and just learn. So it's been thoroughly enjoyable.
And what did you think when you arrived, when they were doing the social experience where they were asking people the colour of their eyes?
That was quite surreal. So I missed just a bit of the start of it, so I came in late, but it was like, right, what's happening? And I think it was unsettling for people, wondering what was going on, but that's good because I think once you've been unsettled, you're open then to learning during the day, and you're open to experience new things, so I think it was a really good idea.
So far I found the event very useful. It's been eye-opening. It's good hearing other companies' opinions, whereas we'd never have a chance otherwise.
Where do you work yourself?
I work in Kingsbridge Private Hospital. It's part of the 352 group. But what I've learned from that is that because we're still very much in our infancy, we've heard from Ulster Bank and B&Q, heard of hundreds of different techniques being used in other organisations, but it's mostly succession planning that we've not really considered before, and I think it's worth implemented in our own place.
What sort of job do you do with King?
I work with, I'm the HR coordinator within Kingsbridge, so I work mainly with recruitment, but within the hospital we would work with both the public and private sector.
I suppose really coming from a voluntary sector role into the private sector role, where equality in the voluntary sector is very much paramount to any sort of HR strategy. It was coming into an environment where there wasn't any HR strategy and trying to push inclusivity to the fore. And I suppose what we did put in place was a diversity steering committee, and we looked at all the policies and procedures and practices that we had in place, and we went across, because we were actually a global company, we actually went across the globe to look at all of the different diverse ethnicities, the male, female genders that we had within the business, and we've now started to put into place different practices as opposed to putting policies into place. What we've tried to do is embed the inclusivity and the concept of inclusivity into the culture of the business, so that it is at the heart of everything that we do, so they're integrated into our values, so that we listen to our people, we value what they have to say. And if that is a case of where we want to push women forward in business, we want to promote different cultures and ethnicities within the business. We want to promote, because at Lagan Construction we don't hire the person, we hire the family, and we hire the culture that is in and behind that person. Particularly, for example, in Pakistan, we down tools during their prayer time. Particularly in Guernsey, where we have 24/7 guys, we invite their families over to stay with them during, the times, maybe when they have, a particularly hard workload or, a challenge to meet, within the airport structure. So we've just visited the Highways Agency in the UK, and we've actually got their top score for inclusivity across the UK and Europe. So the challenge is still ahead, but I think we're going to get there. So.